Grevilleas have to be Australia's most popular native plant. They add loads of colour to the garden and the birds love them too. Grevilleas are also very quick growing, so don't be shy to give them a good pruning. This one here is only about 18 months old and you can see already it's up to my height and I'm 6'5", so they're really very fast. So if you want to keep them looking good, you've got to prune them to keep them compact, and you need to prune them every year. Now's the time, October, November, when the jacarandas are in bloom. That's a good way to remember it. This is the perfect time to prune them. That's what we're going to do today. Now the first thing to do is assess the general shape. With this one, we're going to try to create a bit of a trunk at the base with a bit of a mop top on top. Now I can see over here, there's already a piece that's growing very low from the base of this tree, and it's not going to fit in with the type of shape we're going to do. So that's the first thing we're going to do, is take away that piece from the base. It's a bit thick for using a pair of secateurs, so I'm going to use a nice sharp pruning saw to make sure I get a really nice finish on this. And I've decided I'm going to take the cut right back to the trunk. I don't want to leave a messy stub because it's just only going to produce lots more growth from there. We don't want that here. We want to take it back hard to the trunk so that it's dealt with, it's out of the way completely. Now I'm not going to take it off in one go. It's a good rule with anything with a bit of weight to take it off in small pieces. If you try to take it off in one cut straight away, you might risk ripping the bark, and we don't want to do that. So it's just a matter of a little undercut first, and then you work your way outward from the trunk and take an overcut, and that'll break off nicely. Now it's just a matter of taking that final cut off, and you can do that nice and easily now that you've got most of the weight off that branch. Smoothly off it goes. With the lower branch out of the way, we're ready to start doing some real shaping. Now you can take them back by at least 1/3 to even 2/3 if you like, depending on how big and how compact you want to keep your grevillea. I'm going to take this one back by at least about 1/2. There's no real science to it, it's just a matter of getting in and taking out the pieces in one go with like that to take the bulk away, and once we get in and do that, we can have a better look at what we've got left. When you've removed the thicker branches, use your secateurs to trim back the remaining side shoots. It's a good idea to take off any branches that cross over the centre so that you end up with a vase-shaped branching structure, much like when pruning a rose bush. Within weeks, you'll see lots of fresh new growth appearing, and before you know it, your grevillea will be thicker and bushier and ready to give you lots more of those beautiful blooms.